Okay.
Yeah. Did you come over and go? Come on then.
Probably.
Take you back. Yes, you come in and you see it out. What are you doing? You got to stand there.
Like I can. It's freezing. I want to look out there.
I'll go out there. Go. Come on then, madam. Come on. Okay, baby. Come on, madam. Thank you.
Okay. Nice. Just working up the brightness. Must have been you. What? Spotty says hello. She's messing about with Lily.
Well, Lily's pizza arts.
Alright, don't let her rip it out.
So put the hook thing off it. No, Lily.
Wow.
Daddy, you're very fun.
Your new toy, Bubble.
Yeah. Oh, is it him?
Spotty said hello, by the way.
Ah.
Trying to introduce blue. I'm trying not to go like overboard with it in terms of how much the panel we're covering. So I might need to go back in with a little bit of that black, tone down some areas, see how it goes. Huh? Twitch said the stream ended. Twitch, what are you doing? Really don't need this today. Why can't things just work, you know? Seems to be okay. Apparently, maybe we just had like a quick disconnect from the internet or something, possibly. We'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully that's not a going to be like a recurring problem. I don't know why I glued the head on. It just blocks so much stuff. I've been trying to like get away from doing sub-assemblies though, as much as possible. Just to try and like help with like consistency. And also to try and keep us a bit more focused. Because I noticed like when we did sub-assemblies and stuff and that, like I had loads of different parts and stuff all separated. I tend to focus in way too much on like the smaller parts. And sort of forget like there's like the larger model to paint. And it is nice to be able to like jump around different parts of the model. You sort of get a better idea of how the entire model's looking as well, rather than it being a case of waiting until you put the model together and then realizing, oh, this area is too bright, this area is too dark, need to make adjustments to this part. And sort of do it as you're painting, which is quite nice. And obviously the disadvantage then is it's harder to get to areas of the model. Get a touch more water. Add in a little bit of water to help the paint flow from the brush. Also, ooh, that's way too much. Mix in a bit more paint. It's a little bit better. So yeah, adding a bit of water helps the paint flow, but it also, when you apply it, as it dries, it's a lot more subtle. Paint's a bit thinner. You can sort of be a bit more like carefree almost as to where you're applying it, because it tones itself down, which is really nice. It's perfect for like these sort of panels. So like with this brighter color now, I can go into a bit more of the shadows. Get a little bit of brightness, but not have it like overpowering. I think what I'll do as well, once we've done the blue and we're happy with it, we'll come back in with a tiny bit of black and we'll see if we can just line that recess, like the rectangle there. Okay, a little touch brighter now. There we go. Let's do this corner. Just get a nice sort of broken edge highlight running down here. A bit there. What's here? So the same thing down this side. Nice. Don't like that area there, so I'm going to dress that right now with a little touch of black. Okay, let's grab some of that grey blue, just a tiny amount on the brush. I'm just going to pick out like the sharpest corners. That, and then we're going to dot in a bit of a highlight there. Just trying to like separate out the edges. See if we can come in from like this angle, use the side of the brush. That corner there. A little bit across there like that. Load up a little bit more on the brush. Over here. Okay, just go a bit more. Let's get that scratch as well. So you did a crazy on Saturday. Okay, you ordered Blackstone Fortress and Curse City. Nice. So you gave in to the Curse City then. Wonder if they'll reprint the expansions for Blackstone Fortress. I'd assume so. If they're continuing with releasing the game, or like the box, it makes sense that they'll do the expansions as well. Mr. Ed, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you've been doing good. Yeah, we're just gonna wait until Curse City becomes available, like general release. Which I believe is going to be September time. That's what I've seen on like all the posts and everything about it. So I think like the made to order thing runs, was it for like 2 weeks or whatever it was, and then I think that's supposed to be shipped out in like May time. And then pretty sure the box is going to become available then in September. Be pretty cool. Hopefully by then we've got most of our stuff painted, or like one thing painted. Does indeed make sense, but GW always makes sense. Only when there's money in it for them. Being busy? No worries. Yes, it is. The whole company is based around making sense. Yep. Making sense, being totally transparent and fair with pricing. Can't get a better company. Half a mini painted? Yeah. I think by that time, we've probably got like Gulliman maybe base coated. Cool. Okay. Now comes the risky part. Put some black there. Let's try and avoid the sword. Pop some in there. Across there. Let's try and like, oh god, not move everything on the desk. Let's try and drop it in there. Across like that. Widen that out as well. Just going to take a little bit of that black now. Just going to dot some black in. Like the more of that blue we've applied, it's sort of like overpowered some of the black. So just coming in with some black, just dotting that back into over some of the blue. Break it up a tiny bit. Cool, I like that. Anyone else being hit with rent, electric and gas going up? We've been pretty fortunate because we signed like the rental agreement and everything for this place in October. So we got like a fixed, like a year's fixed rent, if that makes sense. So they can't increase the rent or anything for like the year. But we're looking to move again September, like August time, because we're just sick of all the issues we're having with this place. Like we've had like the damp in the walls, so they've like repaired that. They still need to finish off some of the paint and everything, which they're coming to do this weekend. Fit all the radiators and that back on. Plus we've had that rat issue as well. A bit like when we had that storm, a bit of the like coating on the outside of the wall has come away. What else? Oh yeah, the two doors are pretty useless because they just let all the cold air and stuff in, especially with the window in the bathroom. It's literally just like a list of things that's just going wrong constantly. I think we all are looking at the prices of diesel and gas now. One needs to get to be able to, one needs to work to be able to get to work. Black mold. No, I was like the wall was like soaking wet. We haven't got any mold. That's probably the next thing. We'll get mold like growing somewhere, like probably in the bathroom. That's usually where it happens because obviously the moisture levels. But there we go. Just like I said, it just seems to be one thing after another. And it's not really ideal right now. Okay. What color is the trophy rack itself? I think they painted it gold, correct? Let's pull up a picture of Abaddon real quick. And Abaddon, boop. Let's get a 360 version. Let's pull that up. Yeah, they painted like a really, like the same gold as the armor, like the trim. Okay. Then a red helmet on the trophy. That looks pretty cool. Like, anything I don't like about the red is it clashes with the like the hair. Yeah, I think it's meant to be a sergeant's helmet for like ultramarines, which makes sense. We'll see. We'll see if we paint it red or not. Okay, so we need to do the vents in silver. We need to do like this little weird like implant thing they have on the side of their head. Silver, we need to do that wrap there. Same as the handle, because it makes sense. We'll do that little like spike bone thing when we do all the skulls. We need to do the gold on this plate here, and then the silver. Did we already do that? We need to do the silver rivets, but I think we'll go round. When we do the vents, we'll do all the rivets. Or the ones that are left. Guaranteed we'll miss one or two. Okay, let's do that trophy rack. Let's get that started. So, get our trusty colors. Now is where we got to remember which metallic we used. Was it Viking Gold, I think? Or was it Dwarf? Dwarven looks a bit bright. I think it was Viking Gold. Whoops. And then Elven Gold to finish, I think. The council sent a letter saying a rent is going up to $150 a fortnight, and the next day an email from Eon about the gas electric. Yeah, everything happens at once. Russia's war's making everyone's prices go up. Okay, so I think what we'll do is do Stream Raiders first before we completely forget about this. Let's go here. I think we need more tanks, I believe, so we can put that down like that. Yep, cool. So we'll grab a little bit of this Viking Gold. We'll drop this in. I'll just do this lower little panel here. Then we'll get our transparent black, transparent brown. We'll lay that over the top and we'll make sure we're using the correct color. I'm pretty sure this is the correct color. I don't think we used Dwarven Gold because it's too bright. I can feel the model starting to tip off the holder as well. Love it when it does that. Okay, so let that dry. I'm pretty sure that's the right color. Definitely looks the same as the trim on the leg. We'll leave it dry before we fully commit to it. Oh, while we're doing that as well, we can grab this. We went over the trim just here, a tiny bit with that black as well. Let's just stipple some of that on. There we go. Perfect. Okay, while that's drying, let's get, what do we think? some sort of brown. Definitely light umber. Probably black brown, wherever you are. All the paints are like, literally all the paint on the desk is completely mixed up. This mahogany. Black brown, there it is. Got a link, very cool. Let's have a look at this. Boop. Oh, Chaos Space Marine Source. Ooh. I like this. This is cool. We have a 360 view. We do. Very nice. That's gonna be really nice to paint. I like how they've done the tabard. Like this sort of jade green. And then the cloak then is like the different colour, but it shows like the hints of that jade green in the highlighting. So it ties it together. It's really nice. Really cool looking trim as well. Weird, like almost like snakes as the vents for the backpack. I've never seen that before. That's a cool model. That is an outrageous price. I feel so sorry for you, Spotty, having to pay these ridiculous prices for things. Like, I know the price increases just gone through and everything like that, but I still don't think it's as bad. Yeah, that's really cool, that model. Have a lot of fun with that. Right, black brown. Let's go off to the side, and maybe up here. We only need a tiny little bit because we're only doing like the wrap under the hair. A little bit of light umber for some highlighting. Don't tell Alice. Delete that message quick. Come on, Alice already knows by now. Anytime like chaos and stuff is mentioned, sort of got like a spidey sense. See? Yeah, that's such a cool model though. We gotta admit though, don't we? Chaos has the coolest models. Like, you can like any sort of model you want, but in terms of like variety and just like the aesthetic, Chaos has the coolest models. I think GW might lose to 3D printing with the price hikes they're doing. I don't have to admit that at all. You can say you like any army. Oh, my favorite army is whatever, but you can't deny Chaos just looks badass. In terms of like 3D printing and stuff, I don't think GW is under threat just yet. don't get me wrong, the more like the prices go up and everything like that, the more people will start looking into 3D printing and everything. But like when I was looking into 3D printing and stuff, there's a lot more that goes into it than you might realize. And like the quality of the prints are getting better and better all the time, but I don't think they're there just yet. Like, and obviously with Warhammer being like one of, if not the most popular like tabletop game, like from a painting perspective, yeah, obviously you have a bit more freedom when it comes to 3D printing, because if you're looking just to paint the model, just being able to print out and paint anything you wanted is really cool. But like if you're playing your games and stuff like that with your friends and everything, or like a local game store or whatever that don't really care about, you know, like the new rules and stuff that like Games Workshop are introducing, then you sort of get away with like 3D printing. But like I said, I don't think the quality is there just yet. And like the accessibility and stuff of it, there's something nice about just going into the store and just buying a box or like a kit or whatever that you know is going to be really nice quality. And sometimes it can be a bit of a pain in the ass to fit together, but like you don't have to deal with like any like print lines or anything like that, failed prints, taking up all the space, the like toxic nature of like the resin and stuff, learning how to do like the programming and everything like that, or like the splicing and stuff of the prints. Slicing? Not splicing, slicing. What on earth is that? I've just noticed, if you look up here, why has it got like skin points goal? What on earth is that? I've never seen that before. What's it? Is it streamraiders.com, I think? Yeah. Let's log in real quick. There's Captain. It might lag the stream, so just be aware of that. Streamer tools. Where's overlays? Overlays. Hello? Game? Wake up. So we have that. Always show. Huh. Don't know. No idea what that is. It's sort of cut off as well, which is kind of annoying. Let's move that real quick. Boop. And unlock that. That look better? It's still cut off a little bit. Ah, whatever, I don't care, to be honest. Eh. You can't deny Denali is your favorite river. Chances of GW going down because of 3D printing and price hikes almost zero. They'll have part of their share eaten up but going down. Well, if anything, the more people that get into 3D printing, the more Games Workshop prices will go up. And then hopefully that gives people the incentive, not just to get into 3D printing and things, but to branch out to other miniature manufacturers, other different types of tabletop games and stuff like that. Adverts. Yeah, that's Twitch for you. If you haven't been on Twitch for a while, Twitch is going down the direction of adverts all the time for everyone. The good thing about adverts, not in terms of like viewership, but from streamer perspective, they're starting to do like a trial of like an advert incentive, which basically means you have like you stream for a set amount of time. Obviously, I don't know the full details because it's only being trialed by a few people, but from what I've seen and what I've heard, you stream for a set amount of time, you run adverts for like, I think it's like 30 seconds, like adverts every so often, and you do like a minute adverts, like a minute and a half or whatever the breakdown is. And you get a flat payout then each month, as long as you meet the criteria, which is kind of cool. So you're not just running, like adverts aren't just running and you're making like a tiny amount of money off it. Obviously, the more viewers and stuff and that you have, the more people see the adverts, the more money you make. That's how it works. But I don't know if there's any sort of catch with that. Probably need like a minimum amount of viewership, so you know Twitch makes their money off the adverts back. But we'll see. I do apologize though. There's not really much I can do. They are starting to roll out like what they're calling banner ads, which is basically like an advert that will pop up. If you've seen on like a YouTube and stuff and that, instead of doing like the full screen advert, they have like a little banner that you can close out of, which would be really nice. 3D printing is a hobby in itself, and it's a time intensive one. Yeah, like I said, like when I was looking into it, and when you told me about all the things that go into 3D printing and stuff, all the stuff you need and that, you need like an entire like dedicated space, but almost like an entire room, because of like the toxic nature of the resin and all that stuff, and the like how it smells and all that stuff. It's just like, it's not really feasible for a lot of people. It seems good on the surface, but you know, there was another company making minis like GW about that. Exactly, yeah, that's the issue as well. Games Workshop, like their quality, I want to say their consistency with like releases and stuff and that, but that's hit and miss. Like the volume and stuff and that they put out as well. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'm beginning a bit concerned with the amount of releases and stuff and that they're starting to push. Because like, there seems to be a new release every weekend, which is great for like building up the player base, building up, you know, the armies and everything like that. But it's going to get to it's starting now. They can't keep up with the current level of miniatures they're producing, because a lot of them are out of stock or unavailable and all this stuff and that. But yet they're still pushing and pushing and pushing for more miniatures to be released as well, you know? So it's like a double-edged sword, really. Tell me what you like. There are a few. Moonstone, Kingdom Death, Marvel Crisis Protocol, Star Wars Legion, Infinity. Infinity looked pretty cool. I saw an Infinity model. It's very like Tau-esque. It's like a sort of like a battle suit, which looks pretty badass. But why is our camera gone really weird all of a sudden? Yeah, we're gonna ignore it. Pretend it's fine. DW is at the top. It's still competition. Yeah. Like I said, the biggest draw for Games Workshop is the fact that they've got a very established tabletop game, which is why a lot of people want to play the game, which is what draws them into Games Workshop. They've got like a ton of rules already. They've got a bunch of different variations of games. It's very... like, what's the word? Very, diversitive? I think that's the word. I don't even know if that's the word. But you know what I mean. There's loads of different styles of miniatures, different types of games, and all that thing. So it's hard to compete with that. Yeah. If you're looking to just paint models, there's a lot of miniature companies out there. Okay. I think that's enough rambling. Let's get some transparent brown. Local shop, the alternatives seem to be much smaller minis. Hard enough time to see HW minis. Yeah, it's obviously all going to vary depending on location and stuff like that. Turn that volume down a little bit. There we go. Kingdom back there. Expensive but worth it. The start box is full of goodies and weighs over 10 kilograms. Plus they look really cool. The only thing with King is, I think, is it Kingdom Death, the one I'm thinking of? They do all like their like more like not safe for work sort of style. I guess that's a way to put it. Like slutty, I guess. Kingdom. Yes, definitely these. They do some really cool stuff though. Like, the thing I don't like about these is their website. Their website is really weird because some of the time it doesn't even show pictures of the models. Like, can we like... oh, there we go. If we scroll down, it will. Oh, can we show this? Possibly. For a brief second. So if we go like, boop, that kind of stuff. Instaban. Yeah, they do really cool models. The really nice thing as well is it's a challenge painting wise, in terms of a lot of the models are a lot of skin tone. That's badass. That price though, UK, let's try that. It doesn't change the price. Interesting. It's a very Dark Souls sort of theme, that box. Yeah, awesome. Maybe we'll paint some of them one day. You know, when we're a Twitch millionaire. Yeah, I thought that exactly. Okay, let's switch brushes so we're not putting any sort of transparent or anything on a nice brush. Yeah, like the upfront cost seems pretty extreme, but you got to look at the amount of stuff you get. Like you probably buy that box and it probably takes you like, what, a couple of months to paint it? A couple of years in my case. Which, when you think of it that way, good value. You can always obviously buy a couple of the minis, see if you like them before you invest in like a crazy set. Yeah, that like a big advantage of Games Workshop as well is accessibility. You can literally, like, they got like stores everywhere. You can walk in, you can pick up whatever you're looking for. A lot of the competitors are pretty much online, or they've got like one physical like location, or maybe like two. Usually, like typically America, like in the UK, and everything else then is online, so you can't really look at the models, which is really nice. Check the content, and the models are amazing. Also, eyes have been open to 3D stuff from quality printers like Alice's Owl Lady. Oh! I thought that was like a person who printed models, not Alice's 3D printed owl. I was like, I've never heard of that person. Still have to paint it. Still on the fence about getting Kingdom Death, but you don't have any confidence about painting the models. Takes Alice a long weekend to paint. It's about 2 hours to paint that model, isn't it? Take your time painting the models to Blackstone Fortress and Cursed City, but start playing with unpainted ones. But I like both games. They have solo mode. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So you can, oh my god, play like scenarios and stuff in it. I like that. Are we thinking that's the right color? Wonder if I can do like some Inception stuff. So if I go on this, got my videos. So if we go on like, say, day 7 possibly. Trying to skip through and see if I can find one where we're painting trim. That's the base, that's no help. Try 8. Nope, that's still the base, Jesus. Sort of, probably one of the early videos then. Try like day 3. The claw. Day 2. Stream raiders. More stream raiders. More stream raiders. Painting in the purple. Red. Got. Why is it so difficult to find just a brief minute where we're painting trim? So we've got the trim down there, which is day 4. So day 3. No trim there. I might just no, screw it. We're just going to commit to this color. Even if it's wrong, it doesn't matter. Play solo with up to 4 friends. Peter has no friends. Don't worry, we have no friends either. Except for everyone in the stream, right? Okay. Yeah. Let's just commit to it. If it's a slightly different tone, it's not like it's going to matter. It'll just give it a little bit of separation between this and the trim. Should be kind of cool. I knew I should have made a like a paint chart of all the colors. I thought, you know, don't need one of them because we were going to be uploading the videos and stuff like that. It'd be so easy to scroll through the videos, find the part we're painting, go back over it. But no. I do stream edits in a second. Yep. I knew it was Dwarven Gold. Okay. Frame rate is time. Let's put that down. Something like that. Pop that up. Let's have some more coffee. I wonder how difficult it would be to set up like a virtual, not really virtual, but like an online sort of game. But like you'd need someone who has like things like standalone boxes like Curse City and stuff like that. If you buy the box, you have like all the models. But if you did like trying to do like a tabletop, you'd have to have both armies, which would be a right nightmare. But you could sort of like play both sides. Let's keep going this way. We need one more tank. Let's put that there. That should be our quest then. There we go. Out the way, please. Collect. Collect. There we go. Any level ups or anything? No. Okay. Okay. Gonna get a little bit of water, mix it into this dwarven gold. I'm gonna change up the color to dwarven gold. Need a little bit more water. Yeah, let's try not to make too many mistakes. Need some more water mixed in. We need to shake this paint a little bit more. Okay. Do a fresh little drop of that. Let's get some more water. Trying to like get rid of some of that layer we just put down. It's not going on very smooth. It doesn't have to be like a solid opaque base coat. Having like a tiny little bit of black stuff showing through in some areas will actually help with the weathered finish we're going to go for. Help break up some of all the gold as well. Don't have to be super careful when it comes to doing this part. It's going to be painting in everything else afterwards anyway. Okay, let me check just to make sure we're doing this correctly. So then wood. Okay. There we go. Nice. That's probably going to take quite a bit to dry. Just let that sit. Is there anything else we can work on while we're waiting? Could do the silver in the vents and everything like that. Wanted to wait to do them because there's loads of rivets and everything, so we'd have to return to silver. Anything we can do on the base? Yes. I don't think it was... The more I look at this, it definitely wasn't dwarven. We've done it the wrong colour. God, we're an idiot. We should have stuck with what we did in the first place. I'm just taking some of this, what is it? Can't remember. Viking gold. And doing like our first initial sort of stipple highlighting again. Okay. Okay. Grab some elven gold. Make sure we get a good shake on the metallic. Put that down like that. Change brushes for a second. Okay. Nice. Okay, switch brushes again. Right, that other metallic should be dry by now. Even though we used the wrong one. Hopefully we can fix it with a wash of the brown and the black. We'll have to go much heavier. And muted for a few? Nice. Boss check and hydrate. Cool. My back is starting to hurt, so thank you for that. Got some coffee as well. Let's finish this off. How am I doing? Not too bad. Basically just trying to get on as best we can. hopefully after Munchkin's operation, everything, stuff and that, hopefully she can like bounce back pretty quickly. We'll see though. Taking a step at a time, you know. The renovation projects. Well, they came on the weekend to paint the walls. Made a like we had what we thought was the color that matched on the wall, but I don't know if the paint had been like sat for a while and it's like gone on really dark. So they're coming back next weekend, see if they can fix it. Oh, like this weekend, sorry. Come back this weekend to fix it. Well, hopefully fix it anyway. Then get all the radiators and stuff and all that put back on the walls. And hopefully that'll be the last of the issues for now. But honestly, we're almost like just fed up at this point of stuff going wrong. Like, I know it's no one's fault or anything like that, but so it just seems to be one thing after another. I hope we all do and get them. There's no point doing the metallic on the X, we have to do the torch anyway. So we shall leave that for now. Pick out all those studs with silver. Let's put that like that. Stream rate this time. Boop. Let's do a speed boost. Why not? Let's see if we try and get this battle over quickly. Did you make them all using Corax White? They did originally, yes. And then we like, this just looks stupid. So we give them the original colour. Which we thought was the original colour anyway. Welcome back, Alice, by the way. Nothing ever seems to go as you plan it now. That's a lot of enemies. Corax White. He's got cracked blue. Perhaps use like some Blood Angels red contrast. We're dead, by the way. Ultramarine blue is a good colour for everything. Let's try that again. Keep playing. Then do this one again. Let's put a unicorn down. Let's line up. There we go. Ultramarine blue. Ew. Okay. This probably is going to take a considerable amount of time to dry, because the amount of obviously transparent we put on it. If we put a wash over it, it'd be even longer. Taking what's left of this transparent black and just fixing around the recesses there. Okay, put that to one side. Drop this base back. What time are we on? 10 to 3. Use airbrush ultramarine blue. Yep, done it faster. Speed up the wall painting. I'm gonna paint your walls ultramarine blue. Sounds awesome. Sure thing, just down the road. Yeah, it won't take long at all. Some people like to hurt themselves. Yeah, some people just like to watch the world burn. Da-da-da. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Right, let's get some reds. Should have enough time to do the torch, hopefully. So, burnt red. Ultramarine blue for everybody. Should have like a Dark Angels green like feature wall as well. Okay, let's get some black. Okay. We need to remember now. It needs to be brightest in the center, correct? And then it gets darker as it goes out. Does this... Give me a second, let's find out. Squeaky shoes. Sick with joy. So that's blue, obviously because it's gas, and then it goes bright. That's not really helpful. Interesting. If you have a look at these, I thought it'd be brightest here. It seems to be pretty consistent. Obviously, like dark from like it was actually up, and then it's pretty bright everywhere. Wasn't expecting that. And then Games Workshop's version is this. They have it dark on the end and then it's bright there. Interesting. Okay, let's get some of that burnt red. Mix with that black we've got laid down. Right for a second. Got some bold pyro. Got no coffee left, which sucks. Okay, let's take a bit of that burnt red, bit of that bold pearls, give them a little mix. Okay, a little bit more bold pearl now. I'm just going to paint in all the red in it first, do all the orange and everything, then we'll probably come back in. We'll sort out like these little plumes of smoke. Bit of black, bit of grey. Then when we do the metallic around, like the cage for the torch, we'll come back in with a little bit of red, do some OSL. The OSL and everything for like any areas of the base that might get hit by it as well. Okay. It's got some like pretty much pure bold pearl at this point. Must have called that bit the knee at some point as well. It's kind of annoying. Okay, got some orange. Orange. Okay, let's mix in a little pyrrole orange together. I so have to do the opposite of what you normally would, trying to get like some of this orange into the recesses now. So we want like the recesses to be like the hottest point because it's closest to like the ignition source, I guess, or like the fuel. Okay. Got camera, adjust the focus real quick. Looks a little better. Okay, let's get something like that pure orange almost. Yeah, streamers, you'll have to wait a minute. Okay, so let that sit for a second. Let's do stream rate is. Maybe actually put that down, maybe in the middle, like that. Okay, while that's going on, let's grab some yellow. Some yellow, please. Thank you. There we go. Wouldn't come out the bottle for a second. Weird. Okay. So we're on Hobbies 3 already, so that's probably going to be like the final battle. I think I want to try and get this torch finished off before we end. Then we'll go do some dinner and everything like that. This. Grab our yellow. Let's mix in a bit of orange. What I should have done is painted the cage for the the torch, I guess, first, and then we could have just painted over it, and it would have had that base coat on, and have like the OSL already painted, rather than going back over trying to paint that metallic in and then painting the OSL back in. But oh well. Yellow. Put that over like that. Let's put a little bit of yellow towards the ends as well. I don't want it to be like a consistent fade out to red and then the black. I want to have like a bit of variation to it. Mix in a lot more yellow now. Drop it in here. Drop it in there. So a little hint of yellow everywhere. Like that. Let's get some pure yellow now. Drop that in like that. Stipple it on. Cool. I like that. What's going on with the camera lately? Why does it look so weird? There we go. Looks a tiny bit better, I suppose. Just picked up the cheapest thing on the store. Close to that. You just picked up the cheapest thing on the store. Do you mean you told your sister to pick up the cheapest thing on the store? Electrotex inks just arrived. Awesome, awesome. You'll have to let me know what they're like. Okay, just going to pick out some areas with a little bit of like super thin down black. Just to start blocking out where we want like the smoke to go. You can sort of use the model to inform you because it's got like rounded areas like sort of stick out from the like the flames are like pretty smoothly sculpted, and it's got like little round areas then which you can just use as smoke. Okay, let's get a little bit of get a tiny bit of bright neutral grey because we've already got black. No need to put anything else. Got a set with titanium white, carbon black, transparent raw amber yellow. Whatever that says, red. Type of crimson. Phthalo blue. Phthalo blue, phthalo blue. I think it's phthalo, isn't it? I think PH makes a T. Or is it silent? I don't know. You also got a set with raw sienna, and burnt umber. Nice, nice. Right, Thursday. Ding! That's... When are we doing dinner? Guaranteed. You ready? Whenever you're ready for dinner. PH is pronounced F in this case. Ah, so it's okay. Phthalo blue, interesting. Okay, let's take some of that grey, take a little bit of that black. Make a darker grey. There we go. Clean off the brush, grab a little bit of that grey. Take some of the moisture away. Stipple that on like that. A little bit on here. A little bit there. Add this one there. As well. Okay, let's get a little bit lighter now. Get pure bright neutral grey now. So a little bit like that. Okay, let's go back to our darker grey. Let's just see if we can a bit darker than that. It's better. Just introduce this to like the tips of the flames now. Go back up. Gradients. Too much paint. Bit of pure bright neutral grey. Dave, how you doing? Like that yellow, red, and blue are also transparent, so I'm interested to work with them. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to see how they compare to the Monument Hobbies transparents. But I could have just chilled instead of staying at home and played Elden Ring. Looks to be better version of Dark Souls. Those games are soulless. Hardly a good story. You go to a friend's house getting blind drunk and rolling around on the floor. Get repeated on Twitch so much. Yeah, like the Dark Souls games and stuff like that are mainly just about the boss fights. You don't really play them for the story or anything like that. Okay. Almost finished this, and then we'll be wrapping up ready for some dinner. We'll be back on tomorrow though. By that time, all that transparent black and brown and everything we put on that trophy rack should be dry. And then we can work a bit more on that. hoping, what are we on, Tuesday? Yes, we'll have Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. I'm hoping by the end of this week we'll get Abaddon finished. I highly doubt it. Something will probably come up in the meantime. Cool. I'll have to get that overall Thermatorg repaired at some point as well. Wish Elden Ring was in Ultramarines Blue. Never played any Souls games, but you don't tend to play any. You lack the eye-hand coordination and reflexes to play such games. It's almost pure luck at some stage as well. If you manage to like dodge the boss's attack. Or not. If the game like registers that you dodge, because sometimes you can dodge and then it just hits you anyway. Then you just get frustrated with it then. Yes, like it's more of like a time sort of investment game as well. Because obviously, like the more you play it, the more time you put into it, like the stronger and stuff you get. And I don't know, don't really have the time to put it like invest into a game like that. Kind of see it as like one of those sort of one and done sort of games as well. It's like once you've beat all the bosses, unless you want to do like different builds and do like it's got like end game plus and all that stuff, which you just replay the game on like a slightly harder difficulty. I don't know. I like games that you can like replay over and over and over again. Or like that are constantly like evolving and stuff, so you can take a break from it, return back when it gets like an update. Obviously when like an expansion comes out for or whatever, they'll have like a new area, new bosses and things, but cool. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. You have painted 2 shoulder pads. Yay you. Nice. Yeah, it's drying quite nicely. Looking pretty cool. So we'll continue that tomorrow. Quite happy how that torch turned out. We'll have to paint in the metallic and stuff and that around it, and then add in like a bit of the OSL onto the Space Marine and everything, onto like that bit there. Should be pretty cool. Tie it all in together. Don't think you have a pain tolerance for that game. Like to watch them though, get some streamers on it. Yeah, it's fun to watch people do it. And like the joy and like the relief and stuff and that when they finally beat a boss they've been stuck on for like 2 hours. At the same point with the Monster Hunter, that's why you stop playing, need good reflexes and stuff. Almost the mobs keep fleeing, which is not. Yeah, you have to like track them. Yeah. Gets to a certain point where like the health and it triggers like them to move to the next area. You have to track them down. Ugh. Yet Elden Ring didn't have the same replayability as other Souls games. Pictures are it never happened. Yeah, post a picture in the Discord of what you've done. we'll take a look, and then we'll wrap up and start some dinner. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow, about the same time as today. I don't know if we'll be doing an evening stream tomorrow. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll probably finish off the trophy rack, get all the metallic done on that, and then at the same time we can do the metallic on the torch, on like the cage. And then we'll probably paint in like the skulls. I think that is that a Tyranid head or a Gene Stealer cult head? I'm not sure what that skull is. Do the helmets and all that stuff, get that area finished off. And then it'll just be going around figuring out what we're going to do for the base, going around finishing off all like the little details, all the rivets and all that stuff, making sure we're happy with all the highlights, adjust any areas as we go, and yeah, hopefully it'll be finished by the end of Friday's stream. Yeah, Dave, have a great rest of your day. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Smurf helmet on the trophy rack. I was thinking, I don't know if I want to do blue, because we've done quite a lot of blue on the base for the armor and the helmet and everything. We've done blue there. I was in two minds whether to do red, because it's got red here and it'll clash with that, or like it'll be too close to it. We've got some green there. Maybe we'll pick something that we haven't done. Maybe I'll have to think about it. Like, we could do blue, but we'll see. Could do like a Dark Angel's helmet, like a really dark green. Don't know. Let's think about it. Will I leave the sword as it is? Yes. Why? Yeah. Already a lot of blue there. Yeah. In the Discord? Very nice, very nice. What's the matter with my sword? That sounds kind of dodgy, but you know what I mean. Ooh. Boop. Nice. Oh, I'm guessing you used like blue tack or something to cover coils? What's this? Oh, you can't see my cursor. That. That's really cool, that is, though. Like the gold, like the red. The helmet is badass as well with the 1,000 Suns. Very cool. Nice. Can't wait to see where you go with that. Be pretty awesome. Yeah, it's blue tack. So here's the sword. Looks too bright. Oops. Oh, let's take it off the holder for a second. Keep forgetting the cloak sort of wraps around, so we have to do some sort of craziness to try and get it back on. Just sits like that sort of thing. Let's get rid of that for a second. It's not as bright as it shows up on the camera. I think what we'll probably do is we'll build, like once it's all finished and everything, we'll build it, put it all together and stuff like that, and then we can check the sword again to see if we're happy with the color. I kind of like it a tiny bit brighter because it draws some attention off to the side. If this was super dark, it might get a little bit lost. It might pull your attention a bit too much, but I think we'll get a good idea once it's all put together. You can always adjust it. Maybe just glaze over some a darker green. Thanks for pointing that out. We'll definitely take a look at it once everything's finished. Maybe I'll take some pictures and stuff from that, and you can get like an idea of what it actually looks like. Eyes are drawn to the sword, but then it's just you. Yeah, but it actually makes sense as the claw is also bright. It does a triad claw face sword. Yeah. Yeah, so you've got like 3 like sort of focal points. I could tone it down possibly. Like the claw isn't so bad because it's mostly covered by the silver. But yeah, I see what you mean about drawing attention over rather than it being focused directly there. Yeah. What we'll do, like I said, we'll get it finished and then we'll come back to that. We need to glaze over some darker green. Shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, Spy, have a great night. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Same goes for everyone else. Have a great rest of your day. We'll be on about the same time tomorrow, hopefully a little bit earlier. Obviously we have to set up all the paints and all that stuff today, so they're all like sorted and everything now, so we should be able to jump on a little bit earlier. Let's clean off those brushes and everything. I'll do that after the stream. Yeah, have a fantastic rest of your day, everybody. We'll be back on tomorrow, and then do some more work on Abaddon. Hopefully we get it finished this week. And yeah, I'm gonna go sort out some dinner, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye.